Hello and welcome to episode 101. I'm going to quickly go get a drink and then we'll get started. This one will not be a terrible long live. I almost didn't do one, but I kind of realised there's less than 20 minutes left of the day. And I want to go a whole month of doing these daily, if possible. So it'd be kind of a shame to screw up on the second day of the month. So, yeah. It's alright, man. This live won't be long. It's a short one. I just wanted to get one out and see the way the channel is growing. A lot of the growth is through streams. And we're not far off 3,500 subscribers, so let's keep going. I'll be right back. Add you on Discord. I have Discord, but it's not something I particularly use. See, with Discord, I initially got Discord to talk to people when I was doing the TikTok live streams, to coordinate the people that I would do content with, so yeah. Perhaps I should open up a public server based on this channel. That could be an idea. That could be an idea. I mean, I'll have to have like a review process for mods and stuff, but at some point I'll make a Discord server. It's an idea. I'll come into frame in a moment. What, on Discord? I have no idea. See, I'm not the most technologically minded person, so I'm not too sure. I'm trying to think what sets are out right now. What kind of budget you got? That's probably the best way to answer this, if I know how much money you're going to spend. Hey, thanks, man. How's it going? But if you give me a rough idea of budget, I can help you out. What do you mean 2 to 3 hours? I said like budget, like how much money have you got to add to them? Like that's what I meant. But yeah, we're just going to kind of organise some things, kind of some general talking. This will be a short live. I would go the MTT over the Juggernaut. See, I have 2 of the turbo tanks. I have 2005 and I have 2010, right? Thank you. And initially, I wanted to buy the new one. And by 2016, I wanted to do initially I wanted to buy the other turbo tank and do a video of all 4, but I hated the new one so much I put off the video. It was a good idea of mine that I just kind of lost interest in implementing. One second, I'm just reorganizing the bed. The new turbo tank sucks so bad. I'll show you what I mean by turbo tanks, right? So, in my collection, I have the original from 2005, which, let's be honest, was the best one they did. And this is the one they did 5 years later in 2010. Now, for many years, these were considered the best ones. Everyone always looks at 2010 as probably the best one they did. I remember when 2016 came out, people hated it. But the one from 2025 is so bad, it made 2016 look good. It's one of those weird Lego things. That's, you know, a set's bad when it makes an older version look better. It's one of those weird things. 2016 is weirdly now become quite a valuable set on the aftermarket. One second, because people who can't afford 05 or 2010 were going for 16. Because that was not a valuable set. What? Yes. Yes. I'm fine, I'm not wanting anymore. Right. One second, I'll go over them again. basically, right, so let me read this. Do you know what's crazy, Arcane Ghost? People defend the new sets. People try to point out that we just think the old ones are better because of nostalgia. And I hate hearing that. Do you know what we need? We need a big separatist ship, right? Because we only ever got one, really. So I bring you guys over at this part of my shelf. It's a little bit buried. I am planning to change up my shelves. But the only big one we ever got was the Malevolence, which is back here. It's the one big set in the background. Now, we got the Malevolence in 2012. So we only ever got one giant separatist capital ship, and it was 14 years ago. And you know, it's one of those reasons like 2012 is hailed as one of the best years of the theme. See, for me, with the separatist sets, right? I think LEGO prefer to add in the clone troop, add the separatists into clone sets for the most part. Like, I will say this positive, right? That MTT was the first decent sized separatist set we've gotten in the last 10 plus years. No hats today. Normally I do these live streams when I come in from work and my hair's a complete mess, so yeah. I just put the hat on because it looks more presentable. No. See, a Playscale Invisible Hand would be nice, but it's one of those ones I feel if we were going to get it, we would have got it by now. Do you know what it is, right? I personally think if the Clone Wars TV show didn't get cancelled in 2014, yes, it came back in 2020 for another season, but if it never suffered that first cancellation, the show would have kept going. We would have kept getting some of the more unique Clone Wars sets, and I think that's how we could have got some of these ones we're talking about. See, those are figures we've not seen for a while. Grievous has not been in a set since 2020. And Dooku has not appeared in a set in 13 years. There's been no Count Dooku for 13 years. I used to do mocks. It's now, due to space, I don't have it. I don't really do them now. In all fairness, they've done the droid gunship 3 times, so that is likely. Because, yeah, they've done the droid gunship in 2008, 2014, and 2019. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got another one. I would welcome another one. Like, I don't have a problem if they're making another one. My favourite set right now is the one I've just built last night on stream. Is this one here. Anakin Giant Interceptor from 2012. See, that's the thing, right? The MTTs are starting the good direction. Look at it this way, right? Ugh, sorry, gas there, right? When it comes to the Republic, right? We've had all the named characters you could really want, right? We've got the Padmes, the Palpatine. We even got Yularen a while ago, right? But when it comes to the Separatists, we don't get, like, with the clone troopers with the Republic, All you need is a good amount of Jedi and Palpatine, and you're sorted. But with the Separatist, right, we don't get much in terms of leadership. Like, we don't get any cool out the box leaders from the Separatists. Like, we got Newt Gunray 2012, and we got him in 2009. But it's one of those kind of things. It's like, we've not had Count Dooku, so this is not that one, but this is the only one I've got. No, wait, I do have his 2002 version down there. But we've not seen a Count Dooku minifigure since 2013. And in my head, 2013 is not that long ago. I don't want to know how long ago 2013 was. It's like, Count Dooku's not been seen in a while. But it does, in a way, make some sense that they've not done him. I do understand why. I personally think, right? You did. I personally think the reason we've never got another Count Dooku is, apart from Tales of the Jedi, what has he appeared in since 2013? 13 years ago, I was 10 years old last time we got a Count Dooku. I'm just fixing some stuff here as we talk. Oh no, man, it's next year's the 25th anniversary. Like, Count Dooku, the only thing that he has appeared in since then was, there's two things that come to mind. So, you see that Clone Wars episode, right? Where Yoda goes and he speaks to the wills of the Force. This was the episode, you know how Clone Wars had a couple different endings the first time around? They had the ending where Ahsoka left Anakin, that was the season 5 ending. And then there was the season 6 ending. And season 6 ends with, Yoda going through all that stuff and seeing some of the future and stuff like that. There's a scene in that episode where him and Count Dooku, right? Yoda's talking, right? In the Jedi Temple, and the scene he's in is as if the war never started. And he goes, war, what war? And Yoda goes, no, this is all nonsense. And he points at Qui-Gon Jinn. He says, no, you're dead. And he points at Count Dooku and goes, no, you're a traitor. He's in that scene. And then Count Dooku's most recent thing was the Tales of the Jedi. Count Dooku was in that. But it was a younger Dooku. Like, it is an absolute shame because everyone points to Darth Maul as being one of the best villains in the prequel trilogy. That is true. But I'm going to make that argument that Count Dooku should get the same love in terms of villains. Yeah, it's cool. Honestly, last year would have been the time I would have thought we'd have got Dooku. I thought we should have got him for the anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. Like, granted, he's not in a lot of that movie either, but I'd argue he's in enough of the movie to the point where it would count. That, honestly, I have the Geonosis battle droids. They are cool, but they do break easily. So I've got both. I don't know where one... Do I have both of them on the shelf to make my point? So up here on my Complete Saga stand, if you're new here, I'm doing a project which combines real mini, step up here, and customs where I'm getting the Complete Saga's playable characters together. I like to showcase that here on stream, you know how I am. And over here is one of the official figures. That is the 2003 Geonosian Battle Droid. Those ones are alright. I know it's far away, but... No, I want to see the idea, man. I was reading that. You had me interested. I was reading. So that's 2003. I don't know. Do I have one of the newer versions out on here? Yes, cool. Now, this stand does include some interesting figures, like the Grievous is a real figure, for example, but the Count Dooku, funny if we're talking about Dooku, there's a custom Complete Saga version of him. Oh, by the way, this is one of the first times in a while I've done a live stream that's went past midnight. It's now 4 minutes past midnight. It is hard to find one with a nice cape. It took me a while. It can be done, but it is just annoying to try and do. That's a good idea, but I've got another way that I want to do it. I have had a similar idea. We'll go over here and actually look at the shelves as we talk. I think that's a smarter way of doing this. So my idea, right, hey there, was I'm probably going to hit 5,000 subscribers before we get to the 200th stream, right? Because 200 streams is 99 more streams a day away, which that's 99 more days minimum, right? So getting there will take a while, but I've already figured out what we're going to do for 4,000 subscribers. We're just going to do a vote like we did. You guys can participate and vote on a set. To be completely honest, see having built that set up there, well, suppose that's the box, the set's here. Having built that, right, what I really want to do is I really want to buy more of the 2012 sets for a project I'm doing that involves sets from that year. So there'll be a set vote where you guys can go, you can vote for whatever set you want. But for 5,000 subscribers, I want to get something UCS. For whatever reason that needs to be explained, UCS is something like the size of this Falcon, the Superstar Destroyer, the Sail Barge. That's my ultimate plan for that, when the subscribers go up. You're in terms of UCS sets, the main one I'm thinking is the 2008 Death Star. That's a set I have a lot of nostalgia for, so it's one that I would maybe possibly get. See, I like the idea of a 25th anniversary for Attack of the Clones, but I'm not confident they'll do anything. See, Lego skipped over the Phantom Menace's 20th anniversary. It skipped over Attack of the Clones' 20th. Granted, a couple years ago we got 25th anniversary sets for episode 1, so it still could happen. I'm not going to buy that big Hoth Echo base. I mean, I already have a pretty substantial Hoth section down here. I was never a fan of the UCS Hoth set. Like, I don't know, there's a few sets I've got an idea might be what we'll go with, but who knows? The other one I'm looking at is the 2012 UCS R2D2. Oh, that's easy. So obviously behind me, I've got the original, very rare, very expensive Cloud City. But I'll tell you what set I do regret buying, because I sold it like a couple months after. And I think it barely ever appeared on this channel. So the set that I regret buying is the 2018 Cloud City remake. So in 2018, after 15 years, they brought out a new Cloud City. Huge thing. But it's not a nice display set by any means. I bought it because I thought it'd be cool to do a video of both of them. I never got around to making the video. And at one point I thought I'll just sell this and get the money for it. That's probably the only thing that's worth doing with it. And I went from there. That was pretty much it. So if there's a set I regret buying, it's that one. I hope that answers your question. I'm quickly just clearing off the table from yesterday's live, but I'll tell you. 2012, loads of spare pieces here. I am changing my shelves up at some point. So they are going to look a bit of a mess. If you guys will notice, you might notice that throughout the shorts. Yeah, it's fine, man. I'll be live again tomorrow, or today technically, but a lot earlier. I still just wanted to get one out for this evening. Oh, we're just chatting. Just chatting all things Lego Star Wars and Lego in general. And even some Star Wars stuff. Well, I just, you know, reorganize a couple things. Since we did the live build yesterday, I'm putting the table away. You can eat them, just not in potato sauce. That's how people were going to interpret that, man. But there's some good news, guys. I've made a purchase online that will help us. Or I'll help one of the many projects that we've been working on throughout these streams. Huh? Normally on stream, I stream after I've come home from work, and that's a job where I wear a hat all day and stuff like that, so my hair is just a mess. So I just keep it tied on under a hat when I'm streaming, because I stream after work. But like today I got out early, I was able to go for a shower and do some other things, so yeah, it's one of the few streams where my hair is visible. Normally it's not. Yeah, a lot of people will prefer it when I've got my hair done. But as I was saying, I've ordered some parts for a project that you may have seen on the channel. I'll take you over and show you what I'm on about. So over here, right, this is a stand I've been building. So you guys have seen the stand for all the Complete Saga stuff, and I've been working on that. That's all going well. But I've also been wanting to go back to a series I was doing where I was collecting all the Clone Wars figures, and I have like 90%. I'm only missing like maybe 10 figures. And I want a stand for them, but I want to rebuild the stand. So I've ordered parts. You can see obviously the grey bits where the figures go. You can kind of get an idea of the kind of structural part of it. I ordered like a bulk of 150 2x4s off eBay, so that should hopefully help us out and be the way to go. Right, I'll be back in one moment. But yeah, if anyone's got any more questions I want to ask, because we'll probably be ending off soon due to my phone battery and stuff. Do you know what's funny about that, right? See, when I first got my hair cut into the way it is now, maybe about 7 months ago, my hair used to be a lot longer, by the way. My hair used to come like down to here, right? And I had it cut round the edges and I had it shaped a certain way on the top. So it did look like Shaggy out of the live action Scooby-Doo movie. So that is kind of funny, to be fair. No, I thought that was hilarious. I mean, if you already banned them, you've already banned them. I don't know if that can be undone. So I'll be back in a moment, but let's see, where are we at? We'll be ending this thing off in a couple of minutes. Just to get a quick live stream in, but tomorrow I should be able to do a really long one. At least a couple hours. But I don't, right, so for all I know, I could have got subscribers while we were filming, right? Or doing the stream. But as I've said to you guys, once I hit 3,500, I'll do a set vote which is supposed to remain active until I get up to oh crap, I forgot the number. 4,000. Well, I'll be making that set vote probably the next day. Probably tomorrow that'll go up. Just of how fast the account's been growing. So I'm going to be picking the sets after the stream. I've got 3 in mind that'll be in the set vote, and you guys can also vote away and pick. I've got a rough idea of which one will win. I'm not saying anything because I don't want to influence nothing, but I appreciate everyone who's joined out for this stream. We're going to end it now. But yeah, I've still got 33 minutes in. I'll be posting up on the community tab again tonight. Maybe another short or two will go up. Peru and annoying. So in terms of starting with, it's all about budget, right? So for example, I would never go nothing. I wouldn't start with nothing too crazy. But honestly, the one set that I think you cannot go wrong with starting is, you know, an X-Wing. Be it the two that I have, I've got the 2006 X-Wing, which is set 6212, or the one from 2012, which is 9493. An X-Wing is the way, or if you've got a little bit more money, a TIE Fighter is the way to go. I've got the one from 2012 and 2001 up there. But unfortunately, guys, I'm going to be ending off the stream due to my phone battery, but I'll be live again tomorrow. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Thank you very much for watching.